We'll get going with warm up. So 30 jumping jacks, either step touch or jumping. Whenever you guys are ready, let's get started. All right, guys, 30 total. Once you get your 30, grab that sweat towel or kitchen towel, whatever you got. Holding on either ends, arms outstretched. We're going to do our halo, so coming around right side, back of the body, left side, and then back in front. We're going to do 5, opening up around to the right, 5, opening up around to the left. And once you get your 5, just reverse. Try to keep your shoulders down, but move around, bend your elbows as much as you need to. 5 and 5. Once you get 5 and 5, take those hands, keep that towel on the top of your back, open up that chest, feet right underneath your hips, knees unlocked, hinging from your hips, bowing forward, starting to feel the stretch on the back side. Make sure you're breathing, inhale, exhale. One more. And once you get done with that last one, bring that towel down in front. 4-part squat for 5. So starting with the hands down below, reach for those toes, bending forward. Drop your hips down into a squat as low as you feel comfortable. Arms come overhead. Come back up to standing 4 more times, reaching for your toe. Remember, you're still warming up. Doesn't matter how low you get or how far you reach. Just kind of going through those motions. Get everything ready to add weight on in just a little bit. Reach, drop, overhead, stand. I think I've got one more. Once you get your 5, come back up. Let's drop our hands back down, roll those shoulders down. We're gonna do our mummy stretches, so feet underneath your hips, knees are unlocked. You're gonna reach down to the right side, dangle in front to the left side, roll it on up. Remember, relax your head and neck here. You can round your low back as much as you want. You're just kind of feeling that stretch. Keep your eyes open so you're not getting dizzy. 3, and then we're just gonna reverse the direction. Left to right, dropping it down, rounding the back. 3 and 3. Once you get 3 and 3, you can set that towel off to the side. We're gonna go into all of our hip opening stretches. So we'll do our runner stretch first. So left foot forward, right foot back. At least that's the way I'm starting. You can start the other way. So remember, you can stay upright here, just pushing. Remember, we're trying to push this back hip down. Bring your hands to a chair, or if you'd like, you can bring it all the way down to the floor. Once you get into whatever position is best for you, start to take a couple deep breaths, move around as much as you need to. Goal is kind of dropping that back hip down. You could be up here. Could be down low. Whatever feels right tonight. Sometimes when it rains too, for those of you guys with joint stuff, rain is like not always your best friend. We're gonna go ahead and switch sides when you guys are ready. There's like that old tale that you can tell when it's gonna rain with your knees. So if your joints are feeling like a little inflamed because of the weather, sometimes that happens. Just be a little gentle on them. Maybe don't push your range of motion quite as intensely if you don't need to. One more breath on this side. Slowly bring your feet together, roll it on up. We're gonna do those side to side, shake up those legs just a little bit first before we go into it. And then we're gonna take big wide step And let's go over to our left side first. So bending at the left knee, right leg is extended. If you want to hang up here, that's fine. Inner thigh now. If you can come down low, whatever feels okay tonight. Make sure that heel, that left heel is on the ground. You're breathing. I've been a little congested the past couple of days too, so sometimes that impacts you when you feel like you're breathing through your mouth, switching to the other side more than your nose. Maybe this rain's bringing up a bunch of allergies. All right, let's come through center. Walk your feet together a little closer until you feel like you can roll your way on up. Let's just do our knees, and then we're gonna do our ankles, and then we'll get going with tonight. So bend those knees a little bit, hands to your kneecaps. You're gonna drop your knees down and around to the right. Small circles. If they're cracking, that's okay. Opposite direction. And roll it on up. Let's just do our ankles. So we're gonna point and flex with the right foot. And let's do some circles around to the right and reverse circles around to the left. Shake it out, switch sides. We're gonna point and flex to the left. And then we're gonna add those circles. Left and circles right. And shake it on out. Stretch anything else out that you guys need to. Grab a sip of water. I realized I didn't plug my fan in, and without having the door open over there, it's kind of, I'm gonna need it. So give me a second here. Let me get this air circulation going in my garage. And then we'll get into our workout. Maybe, if I can plug this in. All right, we're in business. Air. Okay. So tonight, guys, we're going to be doing a 30-minute, our first block is going to be a 30-minute EMOM. So EMOM is every minute on the minute. So we're going for minute times today. But remember, when we do EMOM, the goal is that you're not working the full minute. It's a little different than the circuits that we did just a couple weeks ago. So you're going to have a certain amount of repetitions that I want you to do in each minute. Remember, the faster that you work, the more recovery time that you have. So you do everything in 30 seconds, then you have 30 seconds of rest. If it takes you 40 seconds, then you have 20 seconds of rest. If it takes you 20 seconds, you have 40 seconds of rest. So the goal is to kind of try to move a little quicker. So the one weight that you choose, you maybe want it to be, you want it to be moderate enough that you're ideally, I don't want you finishing in 20 seconds. Ideally, it's something like 30 to 40 seconds to finish. So if you're finishing too fast, maybe your weight is a little bit too light. Depending on the motion, but maybe like make sure you get 20 to 30 seconds rest. If you're getting way more than that, maybe try to add a little weight on if you can. If you're getting less than that, then I want you to cut the repetitions down. At the start of the next minute, it starts our next movement. So we're doing 5 exercises for this EMOM. We're gonna go through them 6 times. That's how we get our 30 minutes. So I'll call it out as we go. So you guys don't have to worry about that. But I'm just gonna go through each one of them first so you're somewhat familiar with them. So our first exercise is gonna be a goblet squat. So you're gonna take your one weight, middle of your chest is your goblet, feet hip width distance, heels toes out to the side, roll the shoulders back, press the knees out, drop low, come back up to standing. For these, the count is 15, okay? So take your time. You know, I want you guys to keep good form, but obviously if you're going too slow, then you're not gonna have much rest time. So you wanna kind of keep moving, get all 15, take your rest. And then the start of the next minute, exercise number 2, we're gonna be doing snatches. So snatches are the exercise where we dip and use our legs, pull, drive, and lock out overhead. So they go from below, dip, and we lock out overhead. These ones are gonna be an 8 and an 8, okay? So just a reminder, it looks like this. We dip down, and then we pull, we lock out overhead. When you come down in between for safety, don't like drop down this way. You might hit your head, you might, I don't know, you might hit a lot of things. come down, pause at your shoulder, and then drop down. So if you do them consecutively, it looks like this. Dip, drive, pause at your shoulder. We're 8 each side for our snatches, okay? So we've got goblet squats for 15. We've got snatches for 8 each side. Whatever time you have left, you recover, rest. Exercise number 3 is a swing. So take that one weight, kettlebell if you have it, a dumbbell if you don't, hike it back, hinge like we did in that warm-up, stand up fast. Use that lower body to push that upper body forward. This one, because you move fast with swings, we're doing them for 20, okay? It's a faster, more explosive movement, so we should be able to get a couple more reps in with that. So swings will be 20. Next one, we've got 2 left. You're gonna do a goblet push press. So I'm gonna change the hold on this. So instead of holding like this, for a push press, it's easier to hold like this, holding end to end with your bell, okay? You start right at the bottom of your chin. With a push press, remember you can use your legs. You're gonna bend, explode overhead. You come back down, bend, explode. So it looks like this. You've got one weight with 2 arms. So you should be able to move a little quicker. So we're gonna go for 20 with this one as well. So the ones that move faster, I increase the repetitions on just because you're still gonna have plenty of rest time in your 1 minute with that. Last one is gonna be a bent over row. These are gonna be 10 and 10, okay? So your one weight. You can take that lunge stance if you want, free hand, support your back on your leg here, drive your elbow back, squeeze shoulder blades together. You're gonna do 10, immediately switch sides. You're gonna go right into your second set of 10. Okay, so 10 each side for that minute. We rest, and then we repeat. So we go back to the goblet squat. So remember, it's 6 times around. So this is 30 minutes total, but remember, each minute I want you resting at least 20 to 30 seconds out of that minute. So all of the repetitions that I just suggested, if you only got like 10 seconds of rest and I'm saying, okay, we're going for the next thing, just remember that. And the next time we come to it, just cut off some repetitions. If it was 15, maybe try 10. If it was 20, try 15. Do what you need to do so that you end up having some rest. The goal is not that you work 30 minutes straight without stopping. That sounds fun, but not nice. We need to have our programmed rest. So 30-minute EMOM every minute. Start of the minute, I'll call out what exercise is coming up, and I'll count you guys out for how much time you have left. Go at your own pace. You might be a little behind or ahead of me. That is all fine. But goblet squats are our very first exercise. Getting ready to go. We're going to start in 10 seconds. So goblet squats for 15 repetitions. That's how we're starting off tonight. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, and start. So 15. Remember to count out your reps as you go. Chest up, hips back. And breathe. Remember, as soon as you hit 15, you go ahead and rest. You got a little less than 30 seconds of time left to finish up or to take that breather. 20 seconds here. So coming up next, we have those snatches. That's the one arm. We dip, drive overhead, come back through to our shoulder. Remember, for this one, we're doing 8 each side in that minute. We're going back to work in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go. Dip, drive overhead, come back down to your shoulder. Use your whole body, get that arm overhead. Keep that weight close if you can. Eight aside. Thirty-second mark here. 20 seconds. That one took me kind of right to time. Perfect. 15 seconds. Catch your breath. Some are going to take longer, some take a little shorter. You got swings coming up. Remember, explosive movement, we go for 20, so keep moving through them. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, back to work, 20 swings. Push those hips forward, drive those arms forward. Just a slight bend in your knee. Thirty-second mark here. 30 seconds down, 30 seconds to go. Catch your breath. Remember, guys, grab water in between as you have time on the ones you have more time on. Push press is our next movement. 2 arms under the chest, use the legs. Both arms overhead. This one, the goal is 20 as well. We got 10 more seconds of breath before we go for it. Even when you have 30 seconds, it doesn't feel like long. All right, here we go, guys. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. Push, explode overhead. All right, 20. That's the goal for that guy. Try it out. 30 seconds are here. Shake out the arms, relax. We got just over 20 seconds left before we go. Last movement, bend over row. Remember, this one's a 10 aside. 10 on your right, you immediately switch. You go 10 on your left. We have 10 seconds, and we get into it. Here we go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to work. Support your back. Drive that elbow back. Keep your chest lifted. Squeeze your shoulder blade together. Just about 30 seconds left here. Keep moving if you're not there yet. So we're repeating, guys. We go back to the goblet squats after this. This is a good time to reevaluate how round 1 went for you. Do you need to cut any repetitions anywhere? Do you need to change your weight? Make adjustments as you need to. We're going back to goblet squats for 15. We go into our second round, just under 10 seconds to go. If 15 doesn't feel right and you want to do something different, then go for it. 2, 1, back to work. Push those hips back, keep that chest up, knees out. Fifteen is the target. Unless you change that number, you got 30 seconds. Remember, I want you to get 20 to 30 seconds of rest. Some of these are going to be more like 20. Some of these are going to be more like 30. If you're getting less than that, next time around, I want you to cut some reps off so you get that rest. We got 15 seconds. Snatch is number 2. This is the jerk and drive. This one takes a little bit longer. Dip directly overhead. We got 8 each side. We're going after it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dip, drive overhead. Remember, pause at the shoulder on the way down. You're not hitting yourself. Load up. Try to lock out that arm as fast as you can. Give yourself that power. Seconds of rest. I think I sped up a little bit on the second round. Sometimes that happens as you go. You might find that you get a little faster, Your body's getting a little warmer, getting used to what it's doing. It might feel good. 10 seconds, and we have swings coming up. 20 swings if you got them. Cut the repetitions if you need to. But we're back to work. In 3, 2, 1. Hike it back. Remember, just a slight bend in the knee. Push those hips forward. Drive those arms up. Chest up the whole time. Thirty-second mark. Always set that weight down in between if you can. Grab those quick sips of water. Try not to gulp it, but quick sips are good. We're kind of moving a little bit too much, moving around too much for gulping. Push press are coming up, guys. That's what's next. Bend and explode, arms overhead, 2 arms working together. We start in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Bend and explode, arms overhead. See if you can move a little quick on these. Just over 30 seconds. If you're able to keep up and do that 20, awesome. If you need to cut it down, that's fine. Last one, guys, bent over row. Last one in the sequence, 4 repeats. 10 each side, 1 arm at a time. We got 15 seconds before we go for it. Last movement in round 2, and then we're gonna go into our round 3. Building as we go. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, back to work. Support your back, drive that elbow back. Breathe as you go, don't hold your breath. Immediately switch from right to left. Once you get 10 and 10, weight down, just over 30 seconds before we start round 3. We're back to those goblet squats. End of another round, another time to evaluate how it went. Do you need to make some changes? Do you need to change the weight you're using? Or do you need to change the repetitions? You might need to change it for some movements and not all, too. Feel it out, feel what feels right for you. If everything feels great and you're just getting better as you go, and stay with what you're doing. We're going back to goblet squats in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, 15, if you got it. Push those knees out. Oh, I don't know why I just stopped at 13. What a weird number to stop at. I never do anything for 13 repetitions. How strange. 30 seconds, guys. See, even when you come up with a workout, you still don't know what you're doing half the time. It's all good. Whew, as long as you're moving, you're doing something. We've got 20 seconds. We're going into snatches. 1 arm, drive overhead. Really pull like you're pulling that sticky lawnmower, guys. Think. Then try to get that arm locked out fast. It'll help you move a little faster. 8 each side if you've got it. We're starting in 3, 2, 1. Back to work. Fast explode overhead. Use the momentum. Switch sides. Keep moving. Breathe. Just over 20 seconds, guys. Should be finishing up. Swings are on deck. hike it back, stand it up tall, 20, or whatever it is you're going for. I'll try to always call out your 30-second and your 20-second too. If you want to just go off that marker, that's fine. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, back to work. Bend and explode. All right, 30 seconds is there. Try to be finishing up if you can. And that's our 20 seconds. Push presses next. 2 arms explode overhead. These are fast overhead pushes, using momentum from your core and your lower body to help those arms drive them up. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, back to work. Rests are short. Catch your breath in between, especially those ones you get a little bit more time, 30 seconds. Grab those sips of water. 20 seconds here. Bench over row. Last movement in the series. 10 aside. Remember, drive that elbow back. Squeeze that shoulder blade together. We go in 10. All right, back to work in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Elbow back. Squeeze that shoulder blade together. As soon as you get one side switch, keep moving. Here's that 30-second mark. All right, guys, we are 3 rounds through. We're halfway. You're 15 minutes in. We got 3 more to go. We got this. Now you're picking up speed. You're feeling good. You're nice and warm. I think the range has died down a little bit here. Maybe it's a sign. In 10 seconds, we go back to those squats. Goblet squats. 15. Feet are wide. Heels toes out to the side. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Round 4 has started. So chest up, hips back. Starting a new round, always do an evaluation of how the last round went. You got 30 seconds here. The opposite is true too. If you guys are moving too fast, you know what to do. Make it a little harder. If you can't add weight, then you add some reps on. 20 seconds. Always challenge yourself appropriately. Don't under-challenge yourself. Snatches are number 2. 1 arm, dip and drive, lock out fast. We're going after it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, back to work. 8 aside if you can do it. Dip and drive. Explode up. Second mark. This one for me is by far the longest. Takes the most amount of time, 20 seconds there. Whew. Catch that breath. We're moving. Swings are next. Hike it back. Remember, keep that chest up. Keep everything close to the body. It's like you're hiking a football. It's almost Super Bowl time. You guys know what I'm talking about. Weight stays close to the body. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Close to the body and then push it away. Close to the body, push it away. Thirty seconds. If you're ever feeling those in your back, make sure you're not bending your knees too much. That's a common problem. Keep it up. Keep everything close. Don't let yourself drip down too low, round the back. Sometimes it starts to happen when we get tired as we're making our way through. Push presser coming up. We got 10 seconds. Bend and explode. 2 arms overhead. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to work. Fast arms. Catch that breath. Breathe. Breathe as you go through it. Just under 30 seconds. Twenty seconds. Bent over rows are coming up. To end off our round 4. 10 aside. Remember, support your back. Keep that chest lifted. Keep that back spine straight. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to work. Elbow drives back. Ten aside. Take your rest. We've made it to the end of 4. You got 30 seconds. We got 2 more to go through, guys. Maybe if you shaved off some of the reps as we've been going, if you're feeling motivated, you got 20 seconds. Maybe you want to add 1 or 2 of them back on. Maybe, if you're feeling up to it. 2 more times to make it count. We start again in Goblet Squat for 15. We got less than 10. Let's get ready to do it. We got it. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Hips back, knees out, chest up. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 30 seconds. I'll keep saying that tonight because I swear to you, the second your nose gets a little stuffy, you start thinking about your breath way more. You have to concentrate it way more when you feel like you got to breathe out of your mouth. A little less than 20 seconds. Snatches, dip and drive overhead. 8 each side explosive if you've got it. 10 seconds and we go. Second to last round. Let's try to push for it. We're going to take a big break after this 30-minute EMOM. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Dip and drive. Seconds. 20 seconds. 2 down, 3 to go. Swings coming up. flat back, lead with the tailbone. Think about your tailbone as a hinge, door hinge. Protect that spine. Here we go for 20. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hike it back, get it up fast. Just over 30. Push press coming up, 2 arms, explode overhead. Everything's a total body movement tonight. We're just working everything as we go. We got 15 seconds. 10 seconds now. Until they prepare. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push press for 20. Try to move fast. Doing great, guys. You got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Bend over row. Last movement of our round. Last movement of round 5. Then we start our final round. Round 6. It's going to be coming up after these rows. 10 aside. Driving that elbow back. Support your back. Keep that flat back. Engage your core the whole time. Here we go. We're back to work in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Elbow back. Switch and move. Just over 30 seconds, guys. All right. We're going to lead into our final round. We got everything one more time. It's your last time to do everything. Make it your best set of the night, whatever that means for you. Maybe you want to work a little harder. Maybe use a little bit more weight. Maybe you add some reps back in. You took them off. If you've been going hard the whole time, well, then maybe you just keep it up for one more round. That's all we got left. 5 exercises, one more time. Squats are coming up. We start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get after it. 15. All right, okay. 1 down. You're just over 30 seconds. If you're taking a little bit more time, take your time. This is our last round anyway. You got time. 20 seconds. Snatches are exercise number 2. Last time we got to do them. 8 aside. Float overhead. Drive that arm. Try to lock out fast. Stopping on the shoulder on the way down. Here we go. Last time in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we go. Thirty seconds. Catch your breath when you're done. You got 20 seconds here. 2 down, 3 to go. Swings are next. Swings for 20. Hike it back, stand it up tall. Weight stays close, push it away with the lower body. We go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to work. Thirty seconds. Seconds. All right, guys, we only got 2 left. 2 left. Rest is in the future, the near future. We got 20 push press, and then we got 10 bent over row aside. These are our last 2 minutes of our 30 minutes. We're 28 minutes in. Let's get it done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we go. We didn't plan a 28-minute workout. We planned a 30-minute one, so we're getting after it. Breathe, catch that breath. You got 30 seconds here. Guys are awesome. 29 minutes in, 20 seconds. We start our last and final minute with our bent over rows. 10 aside. Let's finish strong. We go in 10 seconds here. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do it. 10 each side. Finish strong. Each side. Once you guys do finish, catch your breath. Set that weight down. Shake up the arms, shake up the legs. Towel off if you need to. We're gonna take a little bit of a breather here. Nice work. Whew. 30 minutes flies when you're having fun, huh? I swear sometimes 30 seconds of rest feels like it goes by like so fast. Like 2 seconds and it's over. Nice work, guys. So you pushed yourself through for the whole time. So recover. We're taking another minute or 2 to recover. I do have one more little interval plan for us to end off before we do our stretches. For this, I want you to kind of think of it as this is open gym time. We're all going to work for the same amount of time. Myself, what I need to work on is planks. So for me, I'm going to be doing planks during this mini circuit. If you want to do planks with me, you are more than welcome to. If you want to work on something else, if there's something else that you're struggling with and you need to work on it, that's what I want you to do. But I'm going to do 3 motions. So I'm going to do a regular plank, I'm going to do a right-sided plank, and I'm going to do a left-sided plank. How it's going to work is we're going to do 30 seconds of work and then 30 seconds to recover. So 1-to-1 ratio, 3 movements, and we go through it 3 times. Okay, so for me, I'm going to do all of those planks 3 separate times for 30 seconds each. If you guys want to work on something else, like if you want to work on your sit-ups or your crunches or your bicycle crunches or push-ups or burpees, if you're really feeling like you want to end on a bang, just use the time frames and work on whatever you'd like to work on. If you're like, I don't even want to think tonight, I just want to follow along, I don't like coming up with my own stuff, then just do planks with me. That's also fine. Let me just pull up my circuit. Uh-oh. Too many ads. Okay. So it's going to be 30 seconds of work, followed by immediate 30 seconds of rest transition. Then you go into your movement 2, 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest, and then we switch, 30 seconds work, 30 seconds rest, and it'll be 3 times through. So 3 times through with 3 different motions. If you're doing planks with me, just to review the 3 planks that I'm personally going to work on, I'm going to do a regular plank. So I'm going to be down on my elbows, elbows below my shoulders. I'm going to come up on the balls of my toes, and I'm just going to hold here, solid plank. You can also do these modified down to your knees. The key is just making sure your hips are in the same line as your shoulders. So it's not tabletop, okay? Watch the shoulders, keep them over the elbows. You can also do high plank if you prefer, up high on your wrist. And then I'll be doing left side and right side. So when you go to the side, elbows right under that shoulder, legs are extended out to the side. This is the mermaid. You'll lift up the hips, hike them, try to keep the hips stacked. You can also do this, bend the knees, lift from the knee, and hold from there too. And I'll just flip around. I'll do the same thing on my opposite side. So 30 seconds, and then you got 30 seconds in between to change position, 30 seconds, so on and so forth. We're going to do it 3 times through. This is it. This is where we're ending off. So we're going to go ahead and get started. If you haven't come up with anything, I guess you're going to plank with me. So here we go. We're starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. First 30 seconds. All you got to think about is holding that body still, squeezing everything, your glutes, your abs, pushing through your heels. 1.5 way. 10 seconds to go. Keep holding. Or crunching, or whatever it is that you're doing. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, rest 30 seconds. We're transitioning to movement number 2. If you're following along with me, we're going to side plank. Doesn't matter which side. You're going to do both. 15 more seconds. Catch your breath. These 30 seconds feel a little better than those 30 seconds we were just experiencing. All right, we work in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. If you're doing planks and if you're doing a side plank, try to stack your hip bones on top of each other. Squeeze and drive up through the hips, squeeze your glutes. Side planks are so hard for me, but that's why I scheduled to do them. Things that are hard for us are the things that we probably need to work on the most. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. So just think of that as we go through workouts. If something's really hard for you, you'll probably more likely want to avoid it, but don't. Make yourself do it with other people. That's also a good tip. For me, it's nice because I just make you guys do things with me. But make someone else do it with you too. Keeps you accountable. All right, we're starting movement number 3 in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, 30 seconds. If you're planking, just make sure you switch to your side. You will find that one side is stronger than the other. This is true for most exercise. So like upper body strength, lower body strength, even our core. It's impossible for us to be completely symmetrical. We do feel it when we exercise. It's just something to take knowledge of and work on. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and rest. I'm just talking to distract myself as we go through this. That's 1 time. Remember, we're doing 3 times. So we're going back to movement number 1, regular plank or whatever you started with today. We got 15 seconds. And then we go. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, back to work. Whatever it is that you're doing, breathe, inhale, exhale. If you're planking, hold and squeeze, everything's tight. Five, 4, 3, 2, 30 seconds off. Going into our movement number 2. Second time around. 15 seconds. All right, here we go, guys. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we start. 30 seconds of work. Think about that technique. Think about your body position. You have 30 seconds to kind of do a body scan. Is everything where it needs to be? Am I in the right position? Am I feeling it in the right spot? What feels good? What doesn't feel good? 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. For things like planks, it's kind of a little easier to do a body scan because you're staying still, but even if you're doing like a sit up or a crunch or bicep curl or anything like that, when you're doing something for time, you don't have to count. So you kind of think a little bit more about what your body position looks like. You got 10 seconds and we go into movement number 3. I'm on my second side of my plank. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, lift off. Breathe into your movement. Being uncomfortable is okay. Learning the difference between what kind of pain is appropriate. Muscles shaking, muscles fatiguing, things like that are fine. Bone and joint pain, not okay. Learn to listen to your body. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, guys, we got one more time through 3 movements. We got a minute and a half left of work on our 3 movements. And then we go into our cool down stretches. So the end is very near now. In 15 seconds, we start our last round. I'm going back to my front plank for the last time. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. 30 seconds to perfect the movement we're in. With my plank, I'm thinking, is my shoulders over my elbows? Are my legs straight? Are my hips in the right spot? Am I feeling this in my core? Are my glutes engaged? I got 10 more seconds. It also makes time pass a little faster if you've got something to think about. In 3, 2, 1, rest. 2 more movements. 1 more minute of work and intensity total with our rest in between. And then we cool down. 15 seconds. Get yourself ready. We move again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Breathe and hold, body scan from your toes to your hips, to your shoulders, to the top of your head. You got 10 seconds left here. 10 seconds, the last time you're doing this movement. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. All right, guys, 30 seconds off. We've got 30 seconds left. 1 more movement. I've got 1 more side plank. If you're planking with me, we're almost there. 15 seconds. And we go. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, 30 seconds left of this workout. Let's make them count. Hold to the end. You get 20 seconds. You can do anything for 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is it. That is it. If you're on the floor with me, take your time to peel yourself off. We are going to meet in seated stretches, but take your time to make your way off the mat. Grab that chair. Grab some water if you need it. And we'll end tonight with our stretches. All that rain made it hard to get started, but it feels good now that it's over. It's always the best part. All right, guys, let's go into that stretching. Sitting up nice and tall, let's extend our right leg out, heel down, toe up, leaning forward, flat back. Feeling that stretch in the back of your leg. And just deep breath. Hard press over. And then switching sides, left leg out, heel down, toe up, lean forward, flat back. And bringing that leg in, going to our hip stretch, either ankle on ankle, opening up, front leg out to the side, or ankle above the knee if you have the ability to do it. Feel that hip opener stretch. You can put a little bit of pressure on the inside of the thigh, open everything out to the glute. Then let's add a spinal twist on if you like. So left hand outside the right leg, twisting around, looking over the right shoulder. And let's untwist, come back to your center, untwist the leg as well, shake it out, and let's switch. So either ankle on ankle, opening out to the side, or ankle above the knee if you can. Let's just drop the hip first. Feel that stretch all the way up through your glutes. Inhale, exhale. And then right hand to the outside of the left knee, reaching around, looking over your left shoulder. Little spinal twist here. And back to your center, untwist that leg, shake it on out. Let's just move into our upper body, right arm across the body, hug it in close. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. Two arms come behind your back, clasp your fingers together if you can, or grab onto your chair. Try to drive those elbows towards each other, pull those hands away from the back, open up your chest, drop your shoulders down, relax that neck. And release, two arms come in front, round the back. Now push those shoulder blades, drive them apart. Pull those arms out in front. And then keeping those arms together, let's reach overhead. Small reach over to our right side. Come to center, you can switch hands if you need to. Small reach over to the left side. And back to center, big inhale up to the sky. And exhale everything out,